I'd like to hear your take on this, Ice. You're the guy who wrote a book on message game, so I'd like to hear what you have to say about
Well,
this too.
my system is fast game, super fast game. There are free rules of message game. Skip the bullshit is the first rule. Lead is the second rule, and the third rule is meet. So it's
Uh-huh.
very fast. I've got phone numbers and two messages, and I don't always go for taking her home straight away, but
Hmm.
I just focus on what would be fun. So what was interesting about what Marcus mentioned earlier about essentially data extraction. One of the more known lines from the book is the free things line, where I say, what are free things you would love to do for first dates, no matter how crazy? One time when I asked that, or perhaps multiple times, um, a few girls told me they would love to travel to another country or city for a first date. And I actually did that. Not in the gold, like if I wanted it to be fast, then I would have just picked something else as a date idea. But I was just like, that's a pretty insane fucking idea. I would do that. So in that sense, it therefore took longer. But otherwise, my message game system in general, I don't message much. It's minimal messaging, minimal words. It's not solid game in the sense of message game, but it's fast and designed to be extremely efficient by cutting out, according to the first rule, skipping the bullshit. So there's that. So
That's
what
good
was I
shit. And
gonna say?
there's can I
Yeah,
comment
go
on
ahead.
that, Ice?
Yeah.
I think that's cool, man, because again, it comes down to calibration. So if I get the sense that the woman would rather just meet up and skip the bullshit, cool, let's just meet up. I'll be more logistical. But there is there's an art to drawing it out a little bit as well. Uh, and if you weren't married, we could have a conversation about that. But I got to read your book still, man. I haven't read it.
It's when you go on Amazon, sometimes it's in the top 10 for online dating. But
Wow.
Amazon's a fucking mess, so it depends on like what country you're
Yeah.
looking at. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, that's my style of it. But what else was I gonna say there? Yeah, anyone who knows my work knows that I'm very um in terms of fast, but at the same time, I like to go on genuinely interesting dates. So where the data extraction, similar to what Marcus was saying, is really necessary by getting her ideas on what she would love to do for a first date. I'm getting her blueprint essentially, just like Marcus is getting her blueprint for her sexual fantasies. I'm getting her blueprint for, and I don't sexualize, by the way. Marcus is getting her sexual blueprint. I'm getting her fun blueprint. So, what she wants to do for fun for a date, I know which date to take her on instead of taking her to something boring or generic or traditional, like a restaurant, for example. I take her on something genuinely fun. And because I do so, the conversation becomes secondary, so everything just becomes a lot more simplified. There's a lot of stuff that I could say. We could be here for hours more, but let's finish this up now. Uh, I just it's called the Message Game, so anyone watching, you can find that on Amazon and all the other good shit.